How in God's green earth does the individual know what we mean? We got occupational skills, critical thinking skills, we got soft skills. We need to create a system and house it in the community that the individual understands what their skill means, what it means to be a skilled worker. And then the industry understands what skill is that individual bringing to my company. And that can only really take place and grow and flourish at the community level. But industry has to recognize and use it, because people will do whatever it takes to get a good job. And whether you take this and do job profiling and embrace it in your company to hire, as you heard this morning on the industry panel, or you just recognize it and you say, this is what I want my educational community to produce in my workforce. This is what I want my local WIB to be, doing in the transitioning workforce. Just recognize it. Just say, when someone has this on the resume, you're going to look for it. Because just doing that as your first step can change your community. And I will tell you, folks that are doing site selection, you never see the folks that are researching your area that never knock on your door. But if you can tell that story of what you are doing, they're going to start knocking on your door, because in my previous job in Georgia, we stood up a system like this. And I was always amazed when I'd be called into an economic development meeting and those site selection consultants were in there. And they were not necessarily in there for low-paying jobs. This was bioscience industry. They knew what ACT was, they knew what WorkKeys was, and they knew what the National Career Readiness Certificate was. One of the most greatest success stories I could talk about is Mage, who's a German solar panelist company. And they were at a Southeastern Regional, it may have been a National Energy Summit, and they were just talking about what they're doing. And they asked her, why did Mage pick Dublin, Georgia? Dublin, Georgia, not Atlanta, Georgia. Why did Mage pick Dublin, Georgia to locate their world headquarters? And she stood up and said, because they were a certified work-ready community, and every county around them was a certified work-ready community, and I knew exactly what I was getting when I invested in that town. I got a text sent to me. I didn't even know that. Text sent to me from the Commissioner of Economic Development, and this is when I was in my old job with Governor Perdue. Did you know this? And I was like, no. But that's a testimonial. When a business stands up and talks about why they made a relocation decision based on the work these communities did, and it was unsolicited, I will tell you the power of what this initiative meant, to that small county, Lawrence County, Dublin, Georgia.